take a minute and talk about what limiting beliefs look like, because I use it a lot all over my site, and I think we have this impression that it's obvious and clear. It's something like, um, no, I can never make money based on my writing, so I'll never make money based on my writing. But those are the obvious ones that are easy to see and deal with, but there's other limiting beliefs which are so ingrained in our unconscious mind that they can sabotage what we're working on. And I've just had a week of so much self-sabotage that I wanted to share it because I think it's not always obvious to everyone, but I really want you to know what it can look like when some energy you have, some feeling you have, some thought deep down buried from maybe when you were 3 really blocks you. It comes up in a way that isn't as clear because you are trying to move forward and things get in your way. So it'll seem like things are happening to you when really, in fact, if you take accountability for it and you realize that even the things getting in your way are able to heal, it is so helpful, and it takes you from feeling like, oh my gosh, everything's happening to me, to, okay, I'm going to find a way to be empowered in this situation so that I can get done what I'm trying to get done. And I'll give you an example that makes sense. So I came up with this intuitive course for busy people. So I have this course I'm working on. I made it in PowerPoint. I have it all designed, ready to go. And last week, like everything that could go wrong while I was writing it went wrong. And I was thinking, it's so great. It's so simple. It's going to teach people. It's going to help people. I broke it into 5 weeks, like good to go, even despite all that was going on. I still meditated. I still made sure to edit, all those things. So anyway, come Monday, my kids are going to school, going to camp. They're supposed to be going 9 to noon. I work it out with my neighbor. I'm going to drop off. She's going to pick up because they're going together. And I'm going to tape. I'm going to run to the gym, exercise, and get ready to tape. Well, I can't even tell you. Everything's gone wrong for 2 days in a row. First of all, they hated camp, so this is probably the last day, and they're probably not going to go back. They don't even like it. I already talked them into going a second day just to give the people a chance to fix it because I feel like that was the right thing to do. And yeah, my camera wouldn't work yesterday. The PowerPoint that's supposed to come up wouldn't come up. I've had phone call interruptions. My husband was having a problem at work that he called about, and we got all sidetracked. It's hot, heat wave in here, and I don't want the air conditioning to come on. I mean, it's just been one thing after another to the point where they're going to be home in, let's see, 20 minutes, and I haven't been able to record it. And it just really would only take me 20 minutes if all went well. I should have been able to record all 3 weeks, if not 4. And yeah, so self-sabotage doesn't always look like we think it's going to look. We think it's going to be something like maybe I was procrastinating, maybe I went to the gym and ran into a friend and was talking and missed my window of opportunity. But it can also look like you showing up every day, totally dedicated, and all these other things falling apart around you. So the reason I say that you can heal it is because when you become aware of those patterns, you can start asking in meditation, what is going on? Why am I not able to move forward? Why are so many things going wrong with this recording? Am I uncomfortable with recording even though I feel okay with it? Is the household nervous about me recording this and having it go well? Like maybe the kids are nervous. What will this mean for our life if, my mom now, instead of just blogging and writing, is also doing these videos, so they're falling apart. Kids pick up on energy. They know when you're shifting, whether or not you're saying it. So like I feel a shift toward this video series with how to market it. Like it's super clear to me, but obviously everything's not on board. Everything's not lined up, or, it would just flow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to release this with the full moon, because full moons are great for releasing, and we have one coming up. So I am going to try to write down that I do not sabotage myself, because I feel like it's one thing if I record this video series and maybe it flops and doesn't do well or someone doesn't like it, but it's more frustrating to me to not have that chance. Like, I need to work with my inner child and myself to say, like, look, we at least need a shot to get our message out in the world. I think it's good. I like it. I would like to see what happens, but I need to be able to record it, which means I need just small windows of quiet time to be able to do that. So, yeah, that's what I want to say, that limiting beliefs are not obvious, but if you look for patterns, you will start to see them. And then that's great. That's where you can either work through it or get a coach. If you meditate, that's a great time to ask, what's going on, and just write down the impressions you get and see if you can't find out what's happening, because odds are, if you keep running up against a block after a block after a block, or, in my case, my cameras worked fine for the last 3 weeks. So for it to stop working today, just right now, when so many other things have gone wrong, it's just such a light bulb to me. Like, okay, something's up. We need to address it, because we don't want to keep. Oh, and I also lost my voice and then had an ear infection, which I hadn't had since childhood. All these things. And my guess is, without going into meditation yet, that I'm reaching a new limit where I'm about to step into a new phase. And ourself, we can freak out when that happens. We can, it's in the book, The Big Leap. It's called Upper Limiting. We can do that to ourselves without even knowing it. It's like we get to this place where we're not comfortable and all these things start to happen. So I'm definitely working on that too, and allowing success, that it's fine, allowing financial success to come through, allowing it to flow, allowing technology to support me. There's so many things that I'm going to be working on, because this is just one too many things today that I didn't even get to record when I did everything all last week just to be able to record. So that's what I want to say. Limiting beliefs are not obvious, but when you see a pattern and you keep re-experiencing something, even though it's not something you physically are doing, you're showing up and you're doing what you're supposed to, it tends to mean there is something there that's blocking that energy for whatever reason. If you need help, I do have coaching services that you can find on my strategy sessions tab that defines kind of how you can work through that, how you can work through the programming to shift it, because it's really frustrating. And what happens in most cases is people give up, and you really don't want that to happen, where you're in a situation where so many things are going wrong that you lose the energy for it, the momentum, to the point where you're like, screw it, I don't want to do that anymore. Really want to get to the place where it's important, and somehow you keep going, you figure out what's in your way, keep connected to the energy so it still sounds fresh and exciting, and then you make it happen. So that's it. That's my 2 cents on limiting beliefs and my example.